All right, in 3, 2, 1.
This is the podcast.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a podcast?
I have come here to chew bubblegum and
Podcast.
and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Hey everyone, welcome to Get to the Podcast. That's Get to the Podcast with the number 2. My name is Tiago D'Souza.
I'm Nick Gambino.
And I'm Neil Carson.
I can't do the laugh.
Wait, what does he do? What does he say?
Totally off.
Sleep with the fishies.
Oh, I can do the voice.
You can do Georgie.
Hey, Georgie.
Georgie. We all
Come here,
fly.
Georgie.
We all float down here.
Oh, we all float down here.
Yeah.
That's what it is,
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's
I don't
pretty
know what
good.
the fuck that was.
Yeah.
yeah. Creepy town.
It Chapter 2
Chapter 2.
coming out in September, and when it
I'm
comes out,
excited.
we're gonna see it, and then we're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna force this guy to see it in theaters. Right?
Yes.
You still haven't seen Aladdin. You still haven't
I know
seen
I
Aladdin.
haven't,
We've been
man.
like ragging on him. Do it so we can talk about it.
I saw Dumbo.
All right. It's like
You saw Dumbo. I didn't
haven't
see
actually.
Dumbo.
No,
I'm
I still haven't
actually
seen Dumbo.
It was interesting. It was totally different. It was
Yeah.
yeah.
I do want to see it just because Tim Burton.
Yeah,
right?
Danny DeVito.
I can tell you this though. I can guarantee you this that we do have tickets to Lion King.
Oh, good. Yeah, you're a Lion King guy.
Yes.
I'm gonna see Lion King in theaters too.
IMAX.
That's gonna be good. Oh, wow.
Full out. I'm paying the bucks for it. No,
Yeah.
we're sneaking in through the window like a motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So
It.
Chapter 2.
Yeah, I'm like I've actually been fooled by multiple fake trailers that were just montages of
Yeah.
other movies where with the same actors
they
who
were
are
doing that.
announced
Yeah.
for it too, and I was like, oh my god, is this the new It trailer? It looks crazy.
Wait,
and I'm
this
like,
is-
wait, this isn't real.
This is shots from Stranger Things.
Yeah,
what the
there'd
hell?
be like 20
still falling for that?
million
Yeah.
views or some shit, and I'm
just-
like, but then at the end I was like, wait, I've seen that scene. That was in another movie.
It's just kids on a bike.
They're good trailers though.
Yeah.
Music, everything.
Stranger
But
Things.
they did drop the new
rad.
trailer.
Yeah.
The OG trailer.
Yeah, they got a couple. They got the one that shows basically that whole scene with that old lady which is from the book, but it's from the original TV movie. It's actually the only scene in the original TV movie that kind of holds up as scary and is kind of disturbing, but it's not as disturbing as that.
It's not.
Yeah.
And that says
That-
something about
Yeah.
like scary films today.
Yep.
It's not just in the dark popping out anymore.
Yeah.
They put you in this awkward
tense.
moment. It's very like when if you haven't seen the trailer, you need to see it because this old lady, how like she said something like nobody really dies here, and then suddenly she just looks at what's her name?
Jessica Chastain.
Chastain.
I forget what the character's name is.
Danny or something. Or
Yeah, she just stares
Jenny.
at her with this weird smile, holding the teacup or whatever she was drinking.
yeah.
And the shot, you
It just holds on her.
It just
on
holds
this
on
uncomfortable
her,
smile.
and you're like, "What the fuck?" Like I'm scared. Like right there, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going.
Right.
Yeah, I just got it. I know you're fucking like crazy lady.
Yeah.
I'm going. Yeah,
Yeah, that the way that the tenseness of that scene. So in the original one, the way it plays out, it's not as a darker room. You don't really feel like anything's off kilter.
Yeah.
At any point, you're like, that's just the way they just weren't. It was no finesse.
It's not Tim Curry.
it
and
looked like
drag.
like she
No,
was,
it's-
yeah.
that
It looked like
was
she
funny.
went there to find something historical. Like they were going to talk about some past, the history.
It's that
of
house.
situ-
So what that is, in case you don't know, that's the house she grew up in.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
the
her
same
dad's-
apartment. Yeah, from the
Yeah,
first movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's actually it's a house. It's like this little shitty house. Yeah, it's a house.
Was it a house?
Yeah, it's a house.
Oh, okay.
I guess. Well, did they? So it's a house in the original one.
I
Absolutely.
thought maybe it was like one of those kind of like 2-story, like little where there's only like four or five apartments or something.
Yeah, it almost kind of has a duplex look. It's not like a big fancy kind of house, but no.
Okay.
You know, it's funny
I have
because
to
now
watch
that
it
you're
again.
saying that in the newer movie, the way I'm getting visions of them being like coming out of the. No, anyways, in the
Because
original,
when she's at the
probably gonna
front
be an
door,
old
it looks
house.
like she's in a hall. Knocking on
But
the
it's
front
li-
door.
So in the
it looks like
original
those
one,
slender
it's not-
houses, those
yeah.
smaller houses, and those just like
there is a
little
hallway
neighborhoods.
in the house. If it's an apartment, there was a hallway in the newer movie. There's like in the actual thing, like from the bathroom to the door or whatever. But in the original TV movie, it's 100% a house. So I think it's probably a house in the newer one too.
This is why you listen to this podcast, because we break down the
we get into the important shit.
Yeah. So the drapes, though. What about those drapes?
Oh, they match the carpet. They match the carpet.
Do they?
Yo, she hasn't vacuumed that carpet.
Dude, she comes out naked at the end of the.
That's like,
which is not in the original at all. But she seems to be running around.
Oh,
naked.
she does look naked. Yeah. That
Granny's running around naked like with a.
That's how you cook cookies.
The little
you know
lip slapping, running at Jessica Chastain.
You know that's how grannies cook cookies?
I guess.
I mean,
what kind of cookies
that's
we
how
talking about?
Cook cookies?
Yeah, you know.
I don't know what grannies you guys are doing with.
All I know, like, if I sat there and that grandma like stared at me like that, I would say,
I did.
Okay, so listen, you can only do that for about 3 seconds. You are about 5, so I'm gonna go right now.
How do they not
Old
talk
people
about
get
it?
leeway.
Yeah.
Old people get leeway because they're old.
That is
so
true. No,
you
they can do
don't. Not when
weird
you stare at
things,
people
and
like
you're
that.
like, no, they're just old.
Not when you stare at people like that. Shit, you at my level now.
But yeah, if somebody like turns their
Either
head and
we're
smiles,
gonna fight, or you're gonna throw something at me that is just not. It's gonna be awkward, and I'm gonna run out.
Well,
So those are the situations that
dude, we got
happen.
to see this in
Grandma.
theaters. I feel like
I
I
know.
gotta go.
I know.
Because I didn't see the first. We didn't see the first one with you, did we?
no.
You didn't. You guys usually
we
don't
got-
see things with me. I don't.
We literally
We saw
invite him
Jurassic
to-
World.
We invite
And
him
Jurassic
to
Park,
so
I
many
think.
things. He's like, you
So
guys don't
Jurassic
see
World,
things with me.
definitely. Jurassic Park, did we go see the
No.
re-release?
No, that was me and you. No,
Okay.
no, we didn't see it. I saw it with my wife. We saw it separately.
Yeah.
Okay, Jurassic World we saw.
Yeah, in 3D
Yes,
IMAX.
yes,
Yeah.
that's
For the
right.
price of a regular ticket. They hooked us up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got upgraded. No, but no, we invite you to shit all the
You
time.
do.
Yeah, so let's not
It's
like
totally- I
let's
mean, no,
put that
I'm
out here right
not-
now.
no,
this is not us going
I
on
should
should
say
gallivanting.
that.
We
No,
should
they
see
invite
this.
me to go to the theaters all the time.
Yeah.
I just don't go.
Exactly.
I really, I don't know what it is, man. I'm just like so.
You're a homebody.
I'm not a. I love the theater. No, I get so. I'm a fucking workaholic, so I'm always working,
true.
and I don't like after we finish the podcast. I have a film to finish, and I also have to take my wife to a party. Then I have to come back and finish another document for some. It's just crazy. Like I don't stop. I'm on. I need counseling.
Are you
I
saying
don't know what to say.
saying we don't work?
I'm not saying you
Are
don't
you
work.
wow, them's fighting words. Is he saying we don't work? He's
That's
calling
what
us
he's saying.
ladies.
I don't work.
No, what I'm saying,
Lazy.
what I'm saying is that
I don't work.
you
don't work.
You have
You are
time.
like
You have
one-
time to go to the
I'm
theater.
I'm a philanthropist.
You have time to be late.
That's
what I'm saying.
Philanthropist.
Philanthropist.
You're a full-on rapist.
That's what it is.
You're
yeah.
full-on rapist. A
You,
philanthropist.
yeah, you have time. You
Philanthropist.
have more time to go to the theater. You have time to be late.
Yes.
I don't.
That's true.
He was
Just saying.
almost 30 minutes late this morning.
No, 25.
You got caught up in traffic.
Almost 25.
You got caught up in traffic.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's what it was. It wasn't that you
That's what it
slept
was.
through your alarm.
No.
No.
You didn't even set an alarm, did you?
No, I didn't.
You piece of shit.
I would have woken up.
I always set an alarm. If
No,
I
so
need to
do
be
I.
up somewhere.
I don't know. Like, I just zoned out. I forgot.
Yeah. He's coming up with all these other excuses. I'm like, I knew you didn't just set
Maybe
your
I
alarm.
did. No, I didn't set it.
You would set you're old enough that you would wake up to an
I
alarm
have to
and get
set
up.
it like every day because I don't like that recurring thing.
Yeah, I don't wake
'Cause
up to an alarm every
necessarily
day.
need it every day.
My daughter is my alarm
Yeah.
regularly, but if I have to be at a thing, like at a time, like with
You'll
other
set it.
people,
Yeah.
I'll set an alarm because I just
I
don't
hate being late
just
to
in
things.
case. Like, what if my daughter
too.
sleeps in and like for some reason I don't wake up, and I was really tired last night, so I was like, maybe I wouldn't wake up this morning.
Yeah.
But
I'm the guy that gets like if it's at 9 o'clock, I'll get there at 8:58.
hey, Neil,
Yeah.
let me get a sip of your coffee. Can I have a sip of your coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
because I'm actually really fucking tired.
Oh, it's not that good.
Oh my god, what the fuck is that?
And confirmed.
Dude,
Is that Senka? It says Senka. What is that?
Sanka? It's just
instant
It's
coffee?
just old coffee.
I think we're so
It's
tired
old
right
coffee?
now that
Old
everyone
coffee.
forgot that we're doing a podcast.
Oh,
and we're
chapter
just
2.
We're literally talking about coffee.
So in the original one, okay, so the lighting is not as dark and dim. It doesn't things don't really feel off kilter.
Musty.
She's just like a nice old lady that she's talking to.
It's
and then-
also a
TV
made-for-TV movie, so there's like
exactly. It was
So
on
everything's
network,
implied.
on network
Yeah.
television.
Yeah.
It wasn't like basic cable. It's
I
not like-
was shocked
Correct.
by like the Georgie scene, and
And wasn't it a 5-part series? Wasn't it?
no, it was like a 2 or 3 night
two or three night event.
You know,
chapter 1. I was like, I don't remember this from the TV thing.
It
where he
is.
like bites his arm off or whatever. I'm like, well, fuck.
Yep, they show it
It's
in
a
the original
spoiler
one
if you
too.
haven't seen it.
Yeah, they show him bite off
Yeah.
little Georgie's arm in the original, but they don't show it like they do in the new one. It shows him actually his mouth
head.
get huge
Yeah.
and like actually crush his arm or whatever. In the original one, he just goes forward, and then all of a sudden it cuts
Relax.
away, and then it shows the severed arm on the ground. It does actually show it.
But doesn't he eat the severed arm?
No, like in the original TV movie, he didn't. I don't know, like what the fuck he's doing, but he like spit it out. It didn't even look like it had made it into his mouth. It's really, it's weird. The original TV movie, like I said, this, if you watch it, you'll be like, oh man, this is
There's
really,
liberties.
really hokey.
His liberties.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
liberties.
doesn't stand
and
the ground to
hokey.
be
It had to
today.
pass,
Yeah.
whatever the censorship and all that.
Yeah, that was a thing, really. I mean,
It's still a thing.
yeah, I know. But so
Yeah,
in
it's
the original one, like during that scene, like it plays out, and then it does get kind of weird, and she all of a sudden starts revealing herself as Pennywise, and it's unsettling. Like even today, that's like the only scene in that original TV movie that is kind of freaky.
Yeah.
The old lady's like skin color starts to come off.
Yeah,
and it's like white underneath.
Yeah, and
Like
then
the clown face.
yeah, it's kind of it's something like that. Or she just starts saying the words, and it kind of goes crazy, and then like her hair starts coming out. It's a freaky scene.
Yeah.
But this new one takes it to whole new heights. Like that looks creepy.
You're in this musty apartment with this old lady, and she just, I don't know. I can't get past
And
that
the other
stare down.
and the other room, but the other room when she goes to get the cookies is completely pitch black. It's a void in there.
Yeah.
You don't see where she goes. She goes in, and then all of a sudden it's just like a void. And you're like, oh, okay, some shit's gonna pop out of there. That's great. And then you just all of a sudden see like little naked granny running around. But you see her right before that too. Before like there's a scene before she
pokes
comes in,
her
we can
head
see-
in, like in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's
she
just, I
scurries
feel like
and
a lot
she
of
scurries
American
around.
horror films are like have taken a lot from like the Japanese horror genre, where you have like the like odd body motion, the unnatural body
Talking like the
movement.
Grudge.
The
Yeah,
skittering.
like the
It's almost
Grudge,
bug
or
motion.
like
It's like-
Ringu, which is like the original Ring movie, where
Yeah.
it's like this kind of like
It's bug
jerky.
It's bug like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah, it's
this
very
kind of
like kind of
skittering, kinda-
insecty,
yes.
bug-like.
And you hear that
motions,
noise,
and it's just unnatural. Like normal, like people don't walk or
Right.
move their bodies that way. All right.
Apparently, demons and ghosts do.
Yeah, I guess
Shit.
in Japan, that's
Yeah.
like
Sounds
very
like he's
common.
pulling his
Or
pud.
you know, huh?
Sounds like he's pulling his pud. Ah,
what the
that's-
hell's the pud?
Yeah, I don't know.
Pulling your pud? You never heard that?
No,
didn't
I have
make
never
that
heard
up.
pulling pud.
I
I
did
don't
not
pull
make that
puds.
up.
I don't pull puds. Obviously, in this room right now, you do because make things up. Because do you know what a pud is?
I never heard that. Before.
All
You've
right,
never
so-
heard pulling your pud?
Right now,
I'm
Nick.
not the only one.
Are you making this up?
It's
I
a New,
Google
it's
pulling
a
your-
New York thing.
Google
I
pulling
don't
your pud.
need, look, there's certain things I don't need to Google. And
Google
pulling my
pulling
pud
your
is
pud.
one of them.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be rated R though, right? Because the first one was rated R.
Yeah. If they don't
Dude,
do
I don't
rated
know,
R,
man. They might,
Why would they do
change PG-13 to get that extra $500 million.
They know that doesn't
something.
work anymore. Like that's
Yeah.
a gimmick that does not work. They
They
don't do
still
that.
do
In
it.
fact, no. Right now, there's so many things are becoming blockbuster hits.
No, there was
rated
something
R.
that was like PG-13 that was like recently. It was like should have been an R, and they made it PG-13. Like recently, I can't remember what.
Yeah,
It's like
okay.
Expendables.
Oh, they did it with Expendables 3.
Is that what it was?
Expendables 3 was
Get that
PG-13.
money.
But that was several years ago now. It was like 5 years ago. And then all of a
I feel
sudden,
like it was something after that.
things like Hangover, which it was before that technically, but Hangover, Deadpool, Logan, movies like this have shown that rated R can bring in a lot of money. It is a good example. The first one, like it was a hit, rated R. Like they're like, we're good. We don't have to fuck around. And horror is not usually PG-13 unless it's A Quiet Place, that was PG-13. But that's like because there's no real gore in it.
Yeah.
You know? And
You know, I am actually super excited. Speaking of Stephen King, Dr. Sleep.
oh, are they doing that?
What? You didn't see the
I saw
trailer?
the
You-
trailer.
No.
Yeah, you saw the trailer. You and McGregor.
No, you didn't send it.
I did.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
no
a fucking
shit.
liar over here.
Like,
No, you never sent it. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? He sent it.
In a text message to us?
Yes.
I'm gonna pull this shit up. You lying sacks of
Are
shit.
you kidding me?
This guy.
Pulling your puds.
I had
Come on,
already
let me
seen the
see.
trailer when you sent it, and I was like, "Oh shit! This
Hey,
is a
real-
sequel to fucking The Shining." You and McGregor.
Oh no, I didn't answer it though because I missed that.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Oh no, he didn't even answer it. You
Because
piece
I
of
had already
shit.
seen it. I already seen the
Here we
trailer.
Oh, but you didn't even acknowledge him. You're
No.
such a piece of shit.
No.
No, I didn't see it. I actually totally missed it.
He knows how he's the bigger piece of shit, but he just shifted the blame to
No,
That's my move.
how
That's
am I
my
the bigger?
move.
Why am I the bigger piece
Did
of
you
shit?
watch the trailer?
No, because I missed it. I didn't even see it.
I just
didn't see that
assumed
the
you're
text
on
came
top
in.
of trailers.
What you're saying is you saw the text come
Nick,
in and
you're
you
the
ignored
leader,
his
bro.
text.
I saw.
So you're the bigger piece of shit.
You're the info box. You should
can't
know
reverse
this
the
shit.
investigation.
I reverse
on
the
me.
investigation. I investigate you. I reverse the investigation. No, hold on. I actually just totally missed that trailer. It's like it's hard to
man.
You know what he just did, right? He goes, "No, where were you on the night?"
Yeah.
That's what he did. That's what he fucking did.
I turned the spotlight.
Dude, it looks really good, man. And it's
I
the guy
missed
who
it.
directed The Haunting of Hill House, which I don't know if you watched.
No,
but it's
I never
fucking
watched that, yeah.
amazing.
On Netflix,
it's
right?
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wrote, directed, produced, and is doing the sequel to The Haunting of Hill House.
Wow.
And he's directing this.
Wow.
And this is based on a book that came out 2013.
That's
Stephen King
Stephen
wrote a
King?
sequel about the son, Danny.
Yeah.
Danny
Shining.
Torrance.
Oh, it's a Shining sequel.
Yes.
Did you say that?
All right.
I'm really
You know
tired.
what?
Can I have another sip of your coffee?
I'm excited. Are you really?
All right, let's talk about the
tired?
cast.
I'm tired.
Inside.
My nephew's here this weekend, and you know what I mean? I've been like running around doing things.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the cast.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
Let's talk
Yeah.
about the cast.
Everybody's in
Chapter
this.
two.
It's
James
chapter 2.
McAvoy.
Yeah, that's
James
what this
McAvoy. Okay, let's talk about Bill Hader.
Bill Hader.
big. Yeah.
He's playing Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things, adult version, the comedic one from the
Yeah.
first one. He was the comic relief in that first movie.
Well, and then also.
And now I gotta kill this fucking clown.
Placebos.
Well, that wasn't him.
No, I know, but that actor or that kid also had like a lot of the.
So I
the
don't want to
comic
spoil.
relief.
Yes. No, that was like really. Yeah, there was. Everybody had some comic relief, but the funny one who was
I don't know
constantly
about
cracking
everybody.
Well,
I don't
there-
feel like the
the scene where
chick-
what's her face is getting down. They're all in their underwear and they're looking at him. I was saying the whole movie had this humor thing going throughout it.
there was a lot of
But the
like
one
good
who was
humor.
cracking jokes constantly, he grows up to be a comedian. That's the whole point. Bill Hader's character is a comedian. He grows up to
okay.
be like a stand-up or whatever.
Yeah.
He might even have his own late-night talk show or something like that. But that's how it is in the original TV movie. I don't remember the book. In the book, I think he grew up to be a comedian. Seth Green played him as a younger one in the original TV movie.
Yeah.
And then what's his face from Night Court?
Really
Harry Anderson.
Wow.
Harry Anderson played the adult one, the comedian Harry from Night Court.
Oh,
Who just died
Is
like a
it?
year
I'm
ago.
trying to remember. Like, is that bad for him? Because I'm trying to remember how the original played out for Harry Anderson from Night Court. Because I do remember his character because I like Night Court.
I don't want to spoil anything because I feel
All
like
right.
no. It's
I
not
hope
really
they change
spoiling.
it up.
Well, here, should I just say it?
No.
You don't want to, yeah, because
If
you
it's
haven't
in
seen
the-
it.
in
Yeah,
the book or
Well,
whatever?
because I wanted to tell you about one other person. Okay, you don't want me to say anything.
No.
One other. What do you mean? One other person? Like who's
No,
in the movie?
you don't. See, this is
See,
what
here's
happens.
the problem
how he
is it's, like,
spoiled-
it's a remake, and it's sort of like, are we spoiling it if it's a remake? But then you haven't seen it so long that you almost. Can
I
go
don't
in this
remember.
fresh.
I don't remember who dies
Right.
and who lives. I know that there are people that are going to die.
Yeah,
in
then I
this.
shouldn't
I
say.
know
There is
for-
something that happens in the beginning
Oh, okay,
of it.
yeah, okay.
There is something.
Are you talking about
actually
an
that
original
happens.
film?
TV movie? Yeah,
I thought
talking
there's
about
isn't
that.
there like a
there's people who
suicide?
died,
Someone
yeah.
kills themselves.
That happens.
I do
Yes.
remember that.
Okay.
I don't remember who, but I
can
remember
tell
it
you who.
happens.
No. No need.
All
I
right.
feel
Sierra
like they're
doesn't
gonna.
know.
Yeah, okay. You
I
don't. want me
don't
to-
think it's a need.
You don't want me to spoil
No,
it?
no.
You're about the guy who's like, if it's more than 5 years old,
No, I do.
spoil it.
Yeah, but this is. There's a
Yogi?
technicality
This is like
here.
40 years
is that this
old.
is a remake?
That's
And
not a
it's just-
technical. It's a book and
it's
it's
a-
a TV
yeah.
movie. So we're talking about the original. I'm not talking about what's in the new one because I don't know. It hasn't come out yet. I'm only talking about the
Yeah,
old shit.
that's the technicality. Is that it's
You
a
should have just
remake?
dropped it without giving us a
no,
heads
because
up.
I'm shitty. I'm not shitty like you guys.
No, I
okay?
do that. I'll go up to my sister and be like, "So you remember in Sixth Sense when like Bruce Willis was dead?" And then she'd be like, "I haven't seen that movie. Why did you say that?" And I'm like, "Oh, I just assumed
You're like, I
everybody
had
knew."
nothing else to say. I
But
just
that's
wanted
all
to,
I wanted to
I was-
say. Yeah, and then I walk away.
Yes, you're right.
It's
I
wonderful.
did create the
dude. You should
role
try
where-
it. It's really good.
Jizz
Don't
in
do
my-
it with me.
Yeah, I told you I hadn't seen Sixth Sense. I didn't see it until like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
Somehow
yeah.
I just never watched it.
And it was never spoiled?
No, well, no, it kind of was a little bit, but I kind of tried to
okay.
blank out what it was. Lonely Island's Jizz My Pants.
I watched
Fucked
Sixth
it up.
Sense and Bruce Willis is dead, and
Yeah,
I
it just in my pants. It fucked it
Yeah.
up for me.
Oh wow!
Fucking Andy Samberg. But I didn't actually know what it meant. I didn't know if he died at the end of Sixth Sense. Like, you know what I mean? The way he words it in that.
Oh yeah.
It's like when he's dead at the end of Sixth Sense, I jizz in my pants. He didn't say, you know what I mean? He didn't say he's been a ghost the whole time. He goes,
Yeah.
when he.
You almost
dead.
feel stupid when you make that when you have that realization in that movie because
You're
you're
like,
like,
it was always
how the
there."
fuck did I not figure this out? The little boy's talking to dead people and then he's talking to Bruce Willis the whole movie. Like,
Yeah.
how did I not?
And Bruce Willis
connect
doesn't
this?
interact with anybody the whole movie. You think he interacts, but he never does.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, you're like, wow, that was really clever, but now I feel like an idiot because I should have picked up on this a long time
Because it was
ago.
not late. It was very simple the way they did it.
Yeah.
It was not actually.
But it
layered.
that movie made like almost $1 billion.
Yeah, it was
It made
couldn't fall for that.
crazy
I don't think
money.
people would fall for that these days as much.
No,
that was 20 years ago.
I think that scene was that movie's so engraved in people that if you try to pull the same thing,
This
but
M. Night
people have
Shyamalan's-
pulled other tricks on people, and it was
Yeah,
great.
it's harder
very
because audiences are more sophisticated. I mean, they're just used to the tropes and the tricks and the gimmicks.
I don't know.
I
Now
don't-
it's like they
I-
just go crazy. Like I was talking about Westworld season 2.
Don't tell me. Don't talk about it.
I don't even know. All I know is it's crazy.
I'm watching season
Have you
2
watched
finally.
Westworld?
Yes,
HBO.
I did.
He
Watched
sent it in the
two-
text message. You didn't watch it?
I watched 2 episodes.
He
of
watched. He
Westworld.
sent the whole
okay.
season. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm in
He's
the middle.
on-
I'm
Here's the
watching
thing,
season
though.
2 now.
I think like Netflix. I love Netflix films,
Yeah.
and I think some movies like I just recently watched I Am Mother.
right.
Yeah.
You were
I
talking
thought
about
that was a very good film.
horror-ish.
But Netflix has an issue with dropping the ball at the end of their movies. Like
It's not Netflix. They're paying creators to do it.
yeah,
and
well,
they're
I'm just
turning
saying
in
the
their films,
content
you know?
within.
Yeah.
I can't name all the creators,
I
so
get
I'm
it.
saying their films
Yeah.
because they're.
I
really
feel
big.
like there's less vetting on the movies that they do
They just
fund
need
and produce.
content. That's why.
Yeah,
They're
they're like
looking at
so
content.
starved for content because they know Disney and all these other companies that license content to them right now are going to pull all that shit and put it on their own
of
platforms.
it.
So Netflix is like, oh, we got to create all this like stuff. So they're like in the normal industry, if that screenplay had gone to Universal or something, they probably would have done like more drafts. And
I
like,
don't think.
maybe before.
I don't think
before it
Netflix
Well,
actually
because you
got
also have to
made.
look
content.
at like getting your money back from theaters. You're going to be putting
Yeah.
it out, promotion, advertising. Netflix only advertises really on their own platform.
And they don't even advertise sometimes. Like
They advertise throughout other
They
platforms.
dropped
but, like, they're-
that Wandering Earth movie,
Yeah.
which was like this huge, like the highest
All
grossing
they gotta
film
do is-
in like China or something of all time, and then they dropped it and didn't tell anybody.
Well, you know, they have the perfect,
like there was no announcement,
they have the
no
perfect
nothing.
thing. They just put the ad right on your home screen, and you're fucking like, oh,
That's true.
beautiful.
Yeah.
They are in such a lucky
that's the
situation.
thing.
They said, we'll just keep pushing it out to people. Like we can't control what's on our home screen and what's being advertised to us. It can
Yeah.
just be like boom right there when you log in.
But here's the thing: is like this is a marketing technique that Disney had. Disney had like in the beginnings, they never had to advertise. They never advertised.
It's on the strength
Yeah.
of their name alone.
It's all the strength of their name, and Netflix has that also.
Yeah.
They did that. I mean, look what's so recently, like one of the biggest marketing ploy that I just read, which was fucking incredible, was Sony. So E3 is a big gaming event, like the biggest one in the world, and every company goes there. Sony decided not to go.
Yeah,
They simply said, "We have nothing to show."
right.
But they did an announcement prior talking about their next platform, and they did some things afterwards. They got the best press out of any other company.
Right.
because they created a vacuum.
They
so
created
everybody
a
was like,
vacuum,
"Well, what's going on with
and
Sony?
they-
We need to know. We need to know." And then
So they advertised without advertising.
Yeah.
And that's what Netflix does. They have no need to have. They are a
Well, it's like
platform.
word of mouth.
What are you gonna go home doing? I'm probably gonna watch Netflix. Netflix is like a terminology for TV now.
Google.
Yeah,
Netflix
it's
and
like
chill.
Google. Yeah, exactly.
It is
You're not
weird
gonna search
though, because
online.
these are
You're gonna
like
go Google.
These
Yeah.
are like big budget films with like high, like well-known actors and actresses in these
Yeah.
Netflix films, and it's like, I mean, you kind of feel like it's TV because you're not going to a theater, but you're seeing like a brand new film experience.
Yeah.
When you watch one of these, like I Am Mother. Like I just watched that murder
With
mystery because I
Hilary
kept
Swank.
seeing all this stuff, and I was like,
Yeah.
"What's this murder mystery? Stupid ass said in the movie." And then my brother was telling me about, "Oh, it was good. As you gotta see it." So then I watched it. I mean, I should have watched I Am Mother, but
I mean, you think about it. You don't say
it was good.
Yeah.
I was entertained.
if you have a
It was
Rolex,
funny.
you don't say you're putting on a watch. You say I'm putting on my Rolex.
Right.
That's the power that Netflix has.
Branding.
I mean, they do have a lot of.
Dude,
they
they're
have a
gonna
lot of
lose.
content coming out. They do. I disagree. I think Netflix has a lot of content. They just don't advertise like people
They're
want
gonna
them
lose
to.
all that
But they're
Disney's,
not
all the
losing.
Star
That's the whole
Wars, all
thing.
the Disney movies. Like
But they,
That's
these
the
are
whole
also the
thing.
guys.
a lot of those TV shows are Disney owned. They're gonna lose all that.
But
shit.
they're
But
also
think
the
about
guys
it.
who created Stranger Things, House of Cards. So they do have the ability to create hit original content.
Here's the
Yeah, that's true.
Here's the thing. Yeah,
I don't think people are going to cancel their Netflix accounts
No,
when all that
no way.
content is pulled.
Right. Although
think about it.
The
Think about
Office
it.
is the number
Everybody's
one
coming
thing.
afterwards.
They're really fighting to keep The Office. The Office is their number one.
Who is that
watched
going
thing.
to?
Well, it's NBC has it, and
Which is
NBC. Well, they have Hulu and
Disney.
No, Disney
we
doesn't
already
own
lost
NBC.
It's
No,
Always Sunny in
Universal is
Philadelphia.
Universal has NBC. Like NBC Universal is its own thing, but they're gonna
But
create
Hulu's
their
Disney,
own thing.
right?
Hulu is Disney and NBC Universal right now, but they're forcing NBC Universal to sell them their remaining shares of Hulu. So by 2024, Disney will own all of Hulu.
Yeah.
And NBC Universal can
And
keep
they'll have
their
Disney
content.
Plus.
Yeah, so NBC Universal can keep their content on Hulu until 2024. That's the agreement right now. But they're going to be end up creating their own thing. They're going to pull their stuff from Netflix. But Netflix is paying a lot of money to keep The Office on there. Because people are coming back to watch it on there.
But Netflix has a lot of
What about
contracts
Friends?
happening. Like a lot of.
I feel like Office and Friends are
Yeah,
the
Friends
two
is-
most watched things on the
Friends
fucking
is definitely
Netflix.
one of their big ones because that's a huge sitcom.
It's Always Sunny. We lost it already.
Yeah,
I haven't
did you
even
see
watched
Rob
it.
McElhenney was said on Instagram in a comment. Somebody said it sucks at his eye. He goes, I hate it. I'm so pissed off that it's not on Netflix.
I
And
cannot
he
use
answered
Hulu.
and he goes,
I hate
yeah,
Hulu.
we're fucking pissed off about it too. Is what he said. Like they want it on Netflix. I
Yeah.
know.
Because Netflix is like you just hit start and it plays. Like on Hulu, it's like I gotta watch 40 minutes of ads.
No, you
before-
gotta do the ad-free account. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's,
You keep. I don't
it's
even
the
think
same
that's
price.
a thing.
I
It is
have
a thing.
I
It is
have
a thing.
Yeah.
Is it a thing?
Yeah.
It's just a higher tiered one. You have the most basic bitch account.
I mean, it's
That's
not
the
my
problem.
account. It's my sister's
Oh
account.
my
so-
god, that's the problem. I'm also not using.
I've
mine.
already paid for like the highest tier of Netflix.
Holy shit! It
And I
chapter
got-
2. So,
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Well, it's funny. I was trying to think of like a connection because they have come out with several Stephen King adaptations on Netflix. Like that was that Gerald's Game.
Gerald's
with,
Game, yeah.
They had that, and then they also had the one with God, what's his name? Who's the guy who played the Punisher? Tom Jane.
Thomas Jane.
He was in one called like 1822 or something like that, or 1922. It was another Stephen King adaptation.
know
There's
that
all
Stephen
these
King.
Stephen King books that are getting adapted, and they're like
and Jessica
exclusively
Chastain
on,
is going to be in
Netflix.
Division with Jake Gyllenhaal, which
Yeah,
is it
not
too.
but she's in
It too.
and that's on Netflix.
That's on Netflix. That's what I'm
go.
saying.
There you
Netflix
go.
has
See all
content.
these connections?
Holy shit! So it chapter 2 though.
So this-
let's talk about
We don't really
This
know
episode should be
anything.
called like
ramblings.
It Too and Some.
Yeah, stream of consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
I do really like the cast they got in this new one.
Yeah.
You know, some of them. Jessica Chastain was like the. I think it was her that said I would love to play or whatever, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, she would be great to play." It's like when they got Patrick Stewart to play Professor X. Everybody's like, "That would be the perfect person for that character," and then all of a sudden, that's who gets cast.
Yeah.
It was like the dream casting was Jessica Chastain in this role, and then Bill
She
Hader
plays Beverly.
Yes,
and
Beverly,
the young
that's the
Beverly is
name,
played by
Beverly.
Sophia Lillies.
That's right. It was
Yeah.
great in the first
which
one.
they look really similar, except
yeah.
Sophia has short hair.
Yeah, it's the red. It's the red hair.
It's the
really.
red hair, yeah.
So, but I love the cast they got.
Yeah.
You know, James McAvoy is the lead kid. You know,
I'm
George's
excited.
older brother. Yeah, just
I don't know what it is.
Bill
I've been
Hader.
excited about seeing James McAvoy because he's such a after seeing Split.
Yeah.
he's such a great actor.
He's a fantastic
He's
actor.
and I don't think he's getting enough films and props. And
Yeah.
to see him here is great. So
Yeah.
wasn't too excited to go see him in Phoenix, which I won't.
Yeah. Well, I
but,
still got to see that, but
I don't.
yeah.
Oh man, he was like Last King of Scotland. Like he's
Oh,
been
he's a great
amazing
actor.
for
He's
an incredible
forever.
actor.
Yeah, yeah.
Why-
Even
why is he
Wanted,
not
he was
getting
good
props?
in it.
So,
He
Yeah,
is.
Wanted.
I think he's just not getting the awards.
Yeah.
He's like God, what's his name? Who plays David in the Alien Covenant?
Michael
Yeah.
Fassbender.
Yeah, he's
Michael
like a
Fassbender.
Fassbender.
Well, they were both in the X-Men movies. Yeah.
Are they both Scottish? Or yeah,
British in
Yeah.
some way.
Uh,
I don't know.
I feel like
Wow,
I feel
we
like
are
they're Scottish.
Yeah.
They're definitely not from here. So
Well, let's talk about it, chapter 2. So, Bill Skarsgård is back as Pennywise, obviously, who did a
Yeah.
great take on that character, which is one of those hard ones because, you know, Tim Curry's was iconic.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, his version of Pennywise in the original one. It's like that thing, like, you know, Jack Nicholson did Joker great, so how's Heath Ledger ever going to do it? Well, he did it, and I thought Bill Skarsgård brought his own version of Pennywise to it. I thought he did a great job.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Tim Curry was like, I don't know. When I thought of like scary clowns, my entire
was it.
adulthood, like I would go back to that.
Yep.
And I saw it just the one time, but that was like my default. Like I
right.
can't think of another clown.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Clowns from Outer Space, but they're almost like hokey, and I saw that more as an adult, so
Yeah.
it wasn't as scary. But I think I saw it a little bit younger.
Yeah.
And he's just a lot scarier.
It's because he was so like entertaining, and he was so extrovert, and he was so exciting, and he was killing like evil.
And it's just the one clown, so you could focus, you could hone in on just him.
And he
instead of,
was
like, a group of
and
clowns.
his performance definitely still holds up. Like he is
It does.
the shining spot.
I flash
in that
back to the
movie.
scene on
bright spot.
at the library
Yeah.
when he's on the upper level and he's yelling down at.
What about that scene at the end though with the spider?
Spider
Monkey.
in the original TV movie?
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking terrible. It's so bad.
It's on strings. It's like
It's stop motion. It is so bad.
I remember thinking that when I finally saw it, like for the first time, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, they didn't do
I was
that.
like,
in
this is
one.
all good up until that.
Okay, so that is when they're adults.
And I was like, this is the special effects aren't great.
And so they might bring a spider back to this new one because remember that was in that
So
original
easy
TV
now,
movie.
though. It's all
Yeah,
CG.
they'll make it look better, and they probably won't just go with a straight up spider. They fucking might. But
They'll have
the
some-
Maybe
original,
it's in the book. I have never read the book.
I think it is something like that. But in the original TV movie, when they fight the big spider, they're adults.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we haven't seen them as adults yet until this one. Like they basically took that original TV movie and they're splitting it up into two things.
yeah.
You know, the way the original one happened is they did all the kid stuff in flashbacks. So it actually started with them as adults.
Oh, in the book.
Yeah.
Or you mean
in the movie? In the movie.
Okay.
The book may have done it too. I don't know how exactly the book is laid out, but the movie, the TV movie, it started with them as adults.
And it's long, right? It's like 4 or 5 hours.
3
long.
hours because it was like a 2 or 3 night event. I think it was a 2-night event, so it was
Yeah.
like 2 hours each night, and then take out all commercials. It
So
came
it's
down to
like,
almost 3 hours, or around 3 hours.
Storm of the Century.
Yeah, it was that
pretty
is a
long.
TV movie event exactly. So they it starts with them as adults, and then they have to all come back together. That's the idea. Is that they talk about it in the original. If he ever comes back, we'll come back. Remember they cut their hands at the end. They do that blood pact thing. That's what brings them back 30 years later. The killings
kids
start again. Yes.
missing or something.
And so they're all
Go
scattered
missing.
across the world. You know, only like 1 or 2 of them, like that. The African American kid, he's now a cop. And
In
he's
the town?
Yes, and he's investigating the murders or what. Like the murders start coming, so he knows. So he starts contacting them. And they're scattered all over the place. They have their own lives. Some of them have families.
We have to do something.
And then they bring them. Yes, exactly. So they bring them.
Did I jump ahead?
I thought you were talking about something else because you were saying it as you were doing this.
No,
So
no,
I
no,
thought
no.
you were like, we have to do something with the recording was fucked up.
No,
I didn't
no,
know.
no,
Okay. Yeah. So he calls them all back, and they basically have to disrupt their lives because they made that promise. They have to come back and confront this evil again, which was traumatic for them. So then they have to face their
God.
fears. Like they were hoping it would never happen,
Yeah.
but it did.
Yeah.
Which is a cool. I like the premise. Like that alone as a movie could be interesting. Like if you actually got rid of the first film, although I love the first film, you could almost do the second film of them having to come back, and that itself is an interesting concept.
Right.
These kids, these guys who had to fight this demonic clown illusion thing as kids get called back to this town.
Dude, that's
I mean, I think this is pretty much. I think
Stephen King, man.
pretty much this second film. It's possibly going to be like the old version.
Yeah.
Because everybody has to come back into town.
Exactly. And they are going to do flashbacks with the kids in the trailers.
Oh yeah,
see the
because
kids.
you can see the young versions
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah.
It's on IMDb. The list of all the young
Right.
characters are on there also, so they're pretty much coming.
Which
back.
is great because those kids were fantastic in the first one, so people almost want to see more of them.
or they might have filmed those
Yeah.
sings already, or
Yeah.
whatever. With the
I don't know.
flashback.
Yeah, there's definitely been like a resurgence in, like that 80s. This whole thing where you had like a group of kids going on some adventure.
Yeah.
Because that was like a huge 80s thing.
I want to say that whatchamacallit,
And-
Super 8 started that again. I want to say
Yeah,
that kind
probably
of kicked
so,
it
yeah.
off. Stranger Things obviously took it to another level. Super 8 was like the
But
first one where I was like, oh, this is like that.
I feel
Love
like they
it.
were still doing it, but it was like very like G-rated, PG-rated movies directly for kids.
Yes, which-
and now they're like rated R, PG-13 for adults, but have kids getting into these crazy situations.
Well, you
Well,
had your
back in the
Spy
day-
Kids, you had all that stuff.
yeah, like you had those movies,
Yeah,
but like
so-
But if you went back in the day, the movies were for families and kids. E.T., Goonies, Monster
Flight of
Squad,
the Navigator.
But, yeah, Flight of the Navigator. But they were all PG-13 films. They were kind of heavy and dark, but they were actually for kids. It's before we started watering them down more and be like, oh, we can't have kids watching.
Yeah, now
this
it's
shit.
either like hard R or like
Yeah.
very PG.
Yeah.
It's hard to find shit in the middle.
Exactly.
Yeah. So obviously, you guys have noticed that we have not had a lot of sleep. I think Nick lost his teddy bear and he didn't sleep well. Neil came in late,
I got a
so
lot of
he
sleep.
pretty much should be the motherfucker that
You
had
fucking
plenty
guy.
of sleep. Yeah, exactly. And I just didn't get a lot of sleep. So to watch a fucking trailer
I'm just getting
of
old.
an old lady staring at me puts me in an awkward phase. You just getting old. Yeah.
I am excited for this movie because you know what? I'm looking forward to the humor.
Yeah.
The horror when I saw it in theaters, I think I jumped like once or twice. But there was like
You
I
did
feel
jump
like
once,
the
yeah.
trailer. I'm going to stay away from the final trailer when
You
it comes
pissed
out.
yourself, I'm pretty sure.
No, that didn't happen.
Okay.
In
In some people's minds, it'll happen now.
Squirt.
What?
Tinkled.
Yeah, maybe it was a little tinkle.
Yeah.
There was a little squirt.
It was jumpy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like people were jumping in
Yeah.
the theater. Like,
Yeah.
but I saw like the full 2.5 minute trailer, and they showed a lot of those jump scares in the trailer. So when I watched the movie, like I could, I like just automatically remembered all of these moments.
Yes.
Like there's a scene in the bathroom with like the girl and her father, and then Pennywise shows up.
Oh,
She
yeah.
like knocks out the dad, and then she turns to like leave, and then Pennywise like grabs her by the throat, and
Yes.
everyone jumped, and I'm like, oh, Pennywise is gonna be right behind her
Yeah.
because like it was in the trailer.
Right.
So I was like that was kind of disappointing for me when I saw it in the theater, like to know these jumps. But then the humor, I did not expect any of that fucking humor.
Oh,
and I
that
was like,
was-
I loved it. I loved
great.
that light aspect of it. Like, you can't keep giving me these placebos. Like, it's so
These are
good.
gazebos,
Or
Mom.
gazebos, that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, it's so good. It's
Yeah.
so good. So I'm
Well,
hoping for more of that.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to see it. I don't know. I don't know if I'll hit the theaters for it.
Dude,
Definitely.
you have to.
I know I have to.
Did you see the first in theaters?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay.
No.
It's gonna be scary. I think seeing
Yeah.
it with an audience like makes it a funner experience because you're all yelping and moving and squirming and laughing
yeah.
together. And if for a horror movie, that's a more unique experience than like, going to the theater to see like a drama where it's like, there's maybe not as much of like an emotional roller coaster, but seeing a horror movie that has comedy and drama and all of this and horror mixed together, it's like it's fun with like a large group of strangers.
Exactly. And it also just makes it more entertaining. Like if you could add that humor in, it doesn't just like make you feel like unsettled when you leave the theater.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of it brings you back and it makes you feel like you're in trusted hands to be guided through a fun story.
And you can
Yeah.
see it like in the morning, like see a 9 a.m. show. It's
Yeah,
the
man.
best time. Then it's
Go
just you
to
in
an
the theater by yourself.
An outdoor movie. During the day. You'll be fine.
Actually, for this movie, I'd probably see it like on a Friday night or something.
do it on your
That's when it's gonna
VR.
be
Do
a
it on
shit
your
show.
VR. You'll fucking
You're
shit
saying that like you're
yourself.
mocking me.
Yeah.
Because I watch theater films on my VR.
No, I'm saying it because that would fucking make you shit yourself because you can't go anywhere. You're fucking.
Yeah, that's right.
you
in the
can't
VR,
actually-
like you're in a virtual movie theater, so you can just like look away
Yeah, but that's all you
from
can
the
do.
screen.
That's all you can do unless
Yeah.
you
You
exit
You guys know
VR.
you can take
You
it
can
off.
close your eyes too.
Or
That's
you
the
can
one
take it
thing
off.
nobody does in VR. I've noticed.
But that's what I'm
have
saying,
you
it's
noticed that
different.
no one will close their eyes on VR? Like people will always just like they just keep looking at the thing that's scaring
Feel
them
like
and
you're gonna
scream, and I'm like, just close your eyes.
Feels like you're gonna miss something.
I don't know, but I've shown people scary things in VR, and they won't just close their eyes.
Well, if the thing's coming at you, I won't want to close my eyes. I want to fucking face
like
that
when
thing.
if you're in a scary movie or something, sometimes you'll like you'll start kind of like kind of like obscuring the image. I don't know. Am I
Yeah.
the only one that does this?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you'll obscure the
You're the only
image
one
with
that
your
does this.
eyelashes
Yeah,
or something.
you
You're like,
squint. You
You
squint.
squint, so you
Yeah.
can't see as much, but you can
It's
see
the
enough.
equivalent
and-
of this, putting your hands over your eyes and just like looking through the little
Yeah, but
slits
as
in
an
your
adult,
fingers.
as man, this is what men do.
I squint.
I squint.
Real men squint.
Real men squint.
It's the name of
yeah.
your autobiography.
I don't put my hands over my.
You should do a shirt.
Eyes like some
Real
punk
men
ass
squint.
bitch. Squint.
That's
You just don't lie. I got a little dust in my eye, and when Pennywise is coming.
There you go. So on the horror theme, Halloween 2, it's not been officially announced, but all the rumors from different sources in the studio or whatever. There's a big article just came out saying that it's going to happen, Halloween 2, with Jamie Lee Curtis returning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, David Gordon Green or whatever his name is
you
coming back
kidding
to
me?
direct.
Oh
and
my
write it.
God! You know what I just realized? It would be amazing if they announced an It thing at Halloween Horror Nights
Holy
and Universal Studios.
They'll probably do. They did it last year. No, they did it not last year, but they did it at South by Southwest.
Oh
did,
yeah, that's right. They converted like that house or whatever
Yeah.
in LA, or was it on South by Southwest?
It was in LA. It
That's
wasn't
crazy.
Oh, South by Southwest. It was like an old ass like mansion type house from like the 20s. They converted into like a whole experience.
Jesus.
That's cool.
All right, guys, let us know what you think. I'm kind of nervous about it, especially for that old lady. I don't want her near me. I will. bitch
Old
slap
ladies
her.
aren't scary.
Okay, yeah, whatever. You tell
Unless
me that
they're
scene was
naked.
not scary.
Coming at you.
If they're
Babies
naked
and old
coming,
ladies.
That's even
Little
worse.
kids and old ladies
Yeah.
freak everybody out. Have you noticed that? Because they're supposed to be sweet and innocent and
Well, they're non-threatening.
They're supposed to be non-threatening.
I think that's what it is. I don't know about
But
sweet and innocent, but
they're-
non-threatening.
No, they never commit any bad acts. They're totally sweet.
old
Yeah.
ladies.
Yeah, and little
Maybe
kids.
babies.
Yeah, but it doesn't get more threatening than that. You stare at somebody for over the limits, which is 3 seconds, and then you walk around naked in the dark area
No, but
where
it's
you're
how you
supposed
walk.
to be
You gotta-
getting some motherfucking cookies.
You gotta walk-
But you don't get cookies. You decide to go in the fucking kitchen, drop your clothes, then walk by so people can see you fucking naked.
The,
Just
the cookies are probably gross.
Oh, yeah,
though.
kidding
The
me?
dementia advocates are going to get really pissed off with this movie.
Like,
The
I wonder-
Alzheimer's.
That's true.
Yeah.
Where are you baking them cookies? I don't know where I'm going.
What? What?
Cookies. That is another name for the vagina, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what. You know.
It's like, what? Why are you sneaking
In
past the
Latin.
fucking
That's the
hallway?
Latin
The
word.
kitchen is that way. Why you have to sneak past naked? What are you doing?
Oh, forgot my cookies.
It's that time of day. Gotta change my clothes. Drop and go. Drop and go.
Cool.
Anywho, all right, guys. Thank you for joining us here at Get to the Podcast. Let's get to the podcast with number 2. My name is Diego D'Souza.
I'm Nick Gambino.
And I'm Neil Carson.
I gotta drop my clothes and find my cookies.
We all float down here.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.